This is Stephen McHugh reporting for Unique Dyslexic iRadio.
Hello there. This is Stephen McHugh for Unique Dyslexic I, bringing you episode 6 from series 2 of Unique Dyslexic I. I hope you're all well out there. Myself and my wife Anne are doing okay, as are the rest of the family. The little one, the 12-year-old, she did manage to contract COVID, as well as her mum, but thankfully both are okay now. We are certainly happy for that, but it was stressful. My heart goes out to everyone who has been impacted by COVID and who are still going to be impacted by COVID. Let's hope that we will soon be through it and back into a reasonably normal life. I founded my social enterprise Dyslexia Pathways Kick way back in 2008. Since then we've supported over, maybe 1,500 dyslexic and neurodiverse university students, and not to mention provided support to quite a few organisations here in Scotland. When I founded Dyslexia Pathways Kick, I wanted to offer a different vision, one that challenged the idea that dyslexia and neurodiversity is about disorder, deficits and discrepancy. To do this, we promote a social model of dyslexia. We see our social model of dyslexia and social enterprise as an innovative and inclusive and positive way forward. We see it as a means to challenge this negative idea that dyslexia is about deficits, disorder and discrepancy. We believe that it's society that disables us, and this disabling begins at school, which are still very dyslexia and neurodiverse unfriendly. I started my dyslexia blog in 2011, and I just did it because I needed a way to somewhere to express myself. A way of unpacking everything that was going through my head. I mean, I tend to think that many dyslexics work in their heads all the time, and I think it's fantastic when you're working through stuff in your head. You know, it's a huge whiteboard where you can just play about with your thoughts, carry out thought experiments and the like. But unfortunately, the downside of that is it's very difficult to maintain it, keep it together. So I thought I'd start writing a blog, and it was really challenging to begin with, trying to put my thoughts down on paper. But a blog with using a typewriter and the computer was a really good way of getting my thoughts out. So that was in 2011. If I look on my blog right now, we've had just under 300,000 views or reads. I don't know how it works, but we've just over 300,000 reads, which for me is an achievement. I know other people manage to have blogs with millions of viewers, but considering it's a bit of a niche, I think I'm quite happy with what's been achieved. My Dyslexia University work all stopped in 2020, and it only started again in September 2020, so it was a big gap. And for me, sitting at home doing nothing isn't really an option. I like to keep myself busy. So I just passed an HNC in broadcasting, and I thought I'd like to launch a podcast kind of broadcasty kind of thing, social media thing, which I'd never done before. But hey, you're never going to learn anything if you don't try to do different things. So in March 2020, I launched my Unique Dyslexic I show, which has been doing fab, I think. I've put over 35 podcasts together and numerous videos at this time. I believe we've had over 1,500 downloads of my Unique Dyslexic I podcast alone. It was challenging, but it kept me busy. I had to start a Kickstarter for £750 to raise the cash to buy the equipment that I needed to set up the shows. And luckily, and we've actually raised £790, which is £40 more than I expected, which is about £750 more than I expected at the start. The overall goal of Unique Dyslexic I is to nurture and support the mental health and well-being of the dyslexic and neurodiverse communities. On our podcasts and broadcasts, we play exclusively music and poetry written and performed by dyslexic and neurodiverse musicians. We also raise awareness of the positives of being dyslexic and neurodiverse, and I give a little bit of advice and guidance on how to succeed and overcome barriers to employment and education. Here we are in October 2001. We've managed to ride out COVID so far, and here we are alive and kicking, and very much kicking at that. I'm still busy promoting our social model of dyslexia through social enterprise to support dyslexic and other neurodiverse communities, and about 6 weeks ago my university work started again, and that is keeping me very busy at this time. It's one of the reasons why I've been a bit remiss with my broadcasts and podcasts. I just haven't managed to find the time to do it. Then finally we got an award. Woohoo! Waved the flags, The crowd go wild. We won a Prestige Award 2021-22 and for being the best dyslexia support organisation here in Scotland. I'm really, really chuffed with that. Not too shabby when you consider I've had 4 heart attacks in 4 years. I'm type 2 diabetic. I have a hypothyroid condition called Hashimoto's disease, which sounds like some kind of computer game. And at the time, I was really pleased with that. I really wanted to have a disease that was named after a computer game. But, I'm a real knock-kneed, knackered old nosebag, as they used to say. But I'm still here alive and kicking. And I think it's partly due to the work that I do. I have so many people to thank for their support of my work. My wife, for one, Anne McHugh, she puts up with me, with such a lot from me. My stupid humour, my phasing in and out when she's trying to talk to me. Sometimes I have a bit of a manana kind of mindset. But we wouldn't be here, or I wouldn't be here without my wife Anne. She's been a real star. Then there is Carolyn Cruikshank Gray. I have to mention her. She provided so much support right from the early days, and she was even a director for us a while until she became herself too ill to carry on. But she was fab. She kept me in my place. When I was feeling down, she kicked me up the arse. When I was getting a bit too cocky, she made sure that to keep me under control. Then there are all those fab musicians, Bex Adams, Ross Cooper, and my brother Ian McHugh, who contributed their talents to my Unique Dyslexic Eye shows. There are so many people to thank. I'm so grateful for all their support. Finally, huge thanks to all those who've taken the time to read, listen, follow and subscribe to Dyslexia Pathways Kick and Unique Dyslexic Eye. I'd like to invite anyone who is interested in getting involved to take the time out and either subscribe or sign up or like or even contribute in terms of maybe a song, it may be something they would like to say about being dyslexic or neurodiverse that I can put on my show. All you have to do is you can send me a text saying you would like to give us an article or get involved with a little chat or maybe make a little video or whatever. Any way you can get it to me, get it to me. It would be fun. It would be fab to hear from you. Now, as I've said before, here is a little call out. I am looking for people who'd like to get involved with making the shows, with writing music for the show, with writing articles for the show, with promoting the show. I'm always looking for people to volunteer their time, if they have the time, to help the show grow. And that's my main focus, is to try and make the show grow. I'd like the podcast to be, to have 300,000 views or downloads or whatever it is. I never know when it says 300,000. Is it 300,000 views or is it 300,000 listens or is it just 300,000 Ujima flips? I have no idea. So if you are interested and would like to get involved in any shape or form, my email is Steve, STEVE _McHugh, MCCUE at hotmail.com. Please leave a comment, please leave a like, subscribe to my Unique Dyslexic Eye social media and help us grow. It's all free to do. Now, my podcasts are available through many good podcast providers. Through Apple, through Google, through Spotify, and many other podcast providers. The main place where I have the show is called Podbean. And if you would like to visit my Podbean Dyslexia Pathway, if you'd like to visit my Podbean Unique Dyslexic Eye Show website, the address is so that Steve, STEVE, MCCUE Podbean, PODBEAN.com. If you are yourself a podcaster or a broadcaster, why not let's get together and maybe make a show together, or maybe share our shows, or maybe support each other. That would be fab. Okay, so I think that's enough of this show today. Anyway, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the show. It's kind of good night from me, and it's kind of hashtag peace, love, grooviness, which is kind of my own hashtag, which I really like. That's hashtag peace, love, grooviness to you all. Stay safe. Goodbye.
This is Stephen McHugh reporting for Unique Dyslexic Eye Radio. Now, a little word about assistive technology. Assistive tech can be really fab for dyslexics, but you have to find out what works for you, and it does not work for all dyslexics. The other issue is a lot of assistive hardware and software is expensive, so my advice is always try a trial version before splashing your cash. But there is a lot of assistive tech out there that's fab and free. For example, Balabolka, Balbabolka, OLKA, is a fab-free text-to-speech package that works fine. It works on desktop and there is a portable version too. You can have a go at text-to-speech for free and see if it works for you. And if you like the text-to-speech, then you can decide to go if you want to go for a paid version or for a more traditional Text Help Gold version of text-to-speech. Then there is My Study Bar, which again is free, but this time it's a set of assistive tools. My Study Bar is a tool which helps overcome problems that students commonly experience with studying, reading and writing. The tool consists of a set of portable open source applications into one convenient package. Easy to install, simple to use, handy and effective. My Study Bar has been used by many people. Again, if you find you like it, then you have the choice to go and get a more expensive set of assistive technology tools. Anyway, that's enough from me on assistive technology. This is Stephen McHugh reporting for Unique Dyslexic iRadio. This is Stephen McHugh reporting for Unique Dyslexic iRadio.